Hey there, my name is Will and I'm on a journey to learn how to read and write ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. I'm sharing the process as I go, one illumination at a time, and I'd love for you to come along for the ride. So welcome then to Scribe Vibes. My main guide on this journey is How to Read Egyptian Hieroglyphs by Bill Manley and Mark Collier. But to help piece things together, I'm also pulling from a host of online resources, from Wikipedia all the way to digital scans of Gardner's Egyptian grammar. I'm no expert, just an enthusiastic explorer, figuring it all out one page at a time. Talking of pages, it's time to open up the notebook and get started. Page 7. Today we're recapping and looking at some more examples of determinatives. We have done a bunch of ideograms and phonograms and must not let the silent third type miss out. So let's dive right in and see what we can do. As you will remember from our last page, determinatives clarify or modify a word's meaning. Without vowels in the phonogram glyphs, a lot of words end up sharing a spelling, and so these things are invaluable. We treat ideograms as subjects, phonograms as sounds, and determinatives as clues. Determinatives appear at the end of words, so it might be useful for us to refresh how we work out which way round a word is written. The simple trick you'll remember from page 2 of our notebook is to read towards a face. Any animal or human will be looking towards the start of the line. If they're facing left, then we start from the far left. And if they're facing right, then we start from the far right. And if the glyphs are stacked vertically, then we always read from top to bottom, going left to right or right to left inside each block of glyphs. Now, with that in mind, we can have a look at some examples. Remember the glyph for God? Necher? This word means the concept of God, God in general. But if we wish to determine which God, or to talk about a specific God, a God as an individual with whom we may interact or might wish to address, we need to give him or her a form. So here we apply the determinative of a man. God plus man equals God with a capital G, not just God as an idea. This is the glyph for neb, a basket meaning everything or all. I guess ideogram-wise this is because it might contain all that we own. But if we give our basket, if we give our all to a female character, the word stops being about the basket and becomes all about them. We have determined in this case that neb means lady, as in lord and lady, a lady that owns everything. Note the ta to tell us that this is indeed a feminine word. With this hieroglyph, we see a more abstract word determined, secher. It is the word for plan. This glyph is our determinative, and it shows a papyrus roll. The papyrus is used for determining a concept that can't be literally shown, but could be written down, and by being written down gain a tangible form. Here, I have written down the plan for you to look over. A bit slippery, but this is a very common glyph. On common glyphs, we have seen this one a few times. It is her, the ideogram for house. But where is this house? Is it just a random shack in the middle of nowhere? Of course not. Let's give it a determinative to show that this is a house in a townhouse. Nefer can mean good or beautiful, perfect. But if we place it before these hanging lengths of cloth, that beauty becomes clothing. Neferu, clothes. And we know that it is clothes plural and not just one item of clothing, because our single little dash has now become 3. Shenty, tunic and chat, perhaps. Finally, let's revisit an old example, I-a-u, meaning old. Note the elderly figure hobbling with their walking stick, whereas I-a-u now means adoration. Note the celebrating figure, arms raised in praise to the gods. And with all of that recapped, I think that's a wrap for today's lesson. Determinatives for me are the most enjoyable part of this writing system so far. They're just like fun little emojis to help get your point across. So thank you for joining me today. If you had fun or learned something new, then please give this video a like. And if you want to keep following along, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next page in our notebook. Oh, and before you go, let's keep the pictograms going. Why not drop a relevant emoji in the comments? Engagement for the algorithm god. I'm excited to see what you come up with, and I'll see you next time.